Well, will you look at that? That's a big one. It's pretty, though. Although, all of them are. On the outside. I remember the church we went to when I was growing up had this big stained glass window right behind where the preacher preached. I remember looking at him as a kid and thinking, he must be an angel, or maybe even God himself. And we always sat in the exact same spot every week. Third row, left of center. The Carters sat in front of us, the Davidsons sat behind us. Every week without fail. It didn't matter if my brother Billy had just gotten home from a date an hour before we had to leave. He was still expected to come to church right along with the rest of us. Dad, Mom, Lisa, me, and Billy. Dad was a deacon, an usher, and sometimes Sunday school teacher. Mom was in the ladies' circle, and she sang soprano in the choir. My brother was president of the youth group, and Lisa and me, well, we were just cute kids. Perfect family. The Jordan family. Third row, left of center. Till one fall evening, my mom called us all into the kitchen, and her eyes were bloodshot. And she said, we have a little problem. Don't worry, though. Everything will be okay. Your father and I, well, your father won't be living here anymore. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to say. Even my brother Billy, who always had a smart aleck remark for everything, was speechless. Finally, we asked her why. But she wouldn't tell us. She wouldn't tell anyone. She was too proud or too protective of us to admit that her husband had been unfaithful. But we knew, eventually. I mean, because, you see things, you hear things. We just knew. But no one else did. And my mom was not going to tell them. Back then, you didn't share family secrets with anyone. And because of that code of honor, no one asked. So, suddenly, there were 3 growing kids with no dad, and a mom with no real skills to make money. That didn't stop her, though. She learned and she worked. She worked 2 to 3 jobs a week sometimes. And we still went to church every Sunday. Only now we didn't sit third row, left of center. We sat in the back row, right of the side aisle, because we really weren't welcome there. Nobody asked and nobody cared. To them, we were just a divorcee with her 3 kids. My dad didn't even bother coming to church after that. But my mom was somehow the one branded with a scarlet letter. When we were penniless, did anyone give us food? When our car broke down, did anybody give us a ride? When my mom was in the hospital, did any of them show up to see her or to care about us? I thought this was a church, right? Light of the world, salt of the earth. Yeah. Well, that was many years ago. Once I got out on my own, I stopped going to church altogether. I never really looked back. This is as close as I'm going to get now. Second park bench, left of the sidewalk.